Oh.
Relax, sit down, coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot, never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle, have a Gino shot.
Gino shot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
What's going on? Hello! Oh my goodness! It's Legendre von Ronsberg checking in on Gino's spot. Fabulous to have you all here tonight. And we've got a very special evening. We've done a lot of preparation for this evening because we've got so many things to do and talk about. Wow, wow, wow. It's the theatre tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, firstly, let me first of all thank you to the sponsors, Fitch Leedes, and Fitch Leedes. Have you got your drinks? Make sure you got your drinks. And of course to Spar. Look at me. Spar. Cheers, Spar. How's it, Glenn Fuller? How's it, buddy? Nice to see you. Wow, looking so nice in that cowboy hat. And Carol Jacobs. Ooh, Cow Granny is there all the way from Arena. I know why they call it Arena, because there's so many bloody horses there. Yes. Well, enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the Gilbert and Sullivan. We have Gilbert and Sullivan here tonight to talk to you about Gilbert and Sullivan and theatre in this. That's why I'm here. Theatre. And we all need this, after this, all this COVID stuff, we need to get to theatre again. Because, oh my word, I mean, this whole thing has just been ridiculous. The relationships have just died, you know. I've had to resort to, you know, what do you call it, sexting or whatever they call it. As long as you sanitize your hands after typing in, you know, it's fine. Sanitize and wash the hands. Anyway, and let me tell you, if I see you on a date, okay, if I go out on a date with someone online, okay, online dating is a thing, okay, if I go out with you online and you don't look like your profile picture, you are buying drinks until you do. Yes. Okay, so we got of course Spar and Fitch Leedes, our sponsors, and I have my shrine. Look at all the lights inside. Whoa, fabulous. How long have I don't know, relationships have they all outlasted the COVID? Tell me how many years, if you're married and you're online, how many years have you been married? Just tell me how many years. I'd love to know. Thanks, Wendy Tompkins. She says break a leg. That's right. And Philip says theatre. Yes, indeed. And so I mean, I like doctors. I try for doctors because with relationships, I love doctors. My dentist, he said I need a crown. He knows me so well, so I got it. Ta-da! La la la! How'd you like it? I feel like Derryn's going to be coming on just now as well. We got Watcha Watching tonight as well. We got so many little drop-in sections. 16 years, Wendy. Woo, you're nearly finished. Wow. I mean, honestly, wow, 16 years. That's a long time. I know. There's Vivian Trobeck. 43 years. 43 years. Oh, my goodness. That is such a long time. That's even older than me. You know? well, it's fun. I'd just like to touch on a few things. Obviously, during COVID, had a lot of time to think as well. I thought I was going to have a sex change. I'm going to. I want to go from none to lots. That's what I want to do. That's the change that I want to make. And also, you know, I think, you know, sometimes I get misunderstood. That's a lot of what happens with my relationship. I just get misunderstood. It's kind of like a communications thing, I suppose. You know, my cat had a massive stroke the other day, and that's like a joke. It's like that kind of communication. It's misdirection. Misdirection, that's what it's called. It's like comedy. Misdirection. I've never missed direction in my life. Oh, yes. Oh, fabulous. I'm glad you've always wanted to marry Prince. oh, same to you, Vivian Trebek. Honestly, you know, Nigel Baverstop, 26 years. My goodness. And your wife is so young. Looks like she's only was 1 year old when you got married, or what? She only looks about 27. Oh, my word. And I see you've got a lovely picture there of elephants. That's not your wife, though. I know. She's much thinner than that. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, with all that, you know, problems with communications language, I actually did fail English at school. You can ask my English teachers. I failed English because of my improper use of the colon. So, ladies and gentlemen, just not get wrapped up in all this blah, 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 blah. It's Gino's spot, and we're ready to go. It's better to arrive late than ugly. Let's have a song. Let's do it. I'm going to do some South African music. That's right. Give me something to sing. Sing. Give me something to sing. Give me some comments. Ooh, lovely pink gin. Happy strangers in the bundle of Africa. I see there I stood, the jungle life. At the house at Buddy. That's right. Glenn Fuller, Jacobs, I'm waiting, Wendy Dugan, Vivian, 43 years of toil, crying. Carol Jacobs is 38 years. There we go. Get into it. Sound is terribly distorted. Oh no, I don't know why. I must have been through my body rocking through the air. You became a burning bull, and I am victim of your snare. Shadow, something's distorting. I'm waiting in the shadow. The light hunting down the love. Crying with the hunger. Oh, shadow. I'm just gonna find out what's distorting it. So you said the sound is distorting it. It could be that is it the music or the volume of the vocals? I don't know. You know what? We better make sure that audio is on Okay, so it's The audio is not, the audio is going through the same place. Should be fine, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Oh dear, Philippa said I thought it was just that sound. Okay, so we've got a little problem with the sound. Hopefully you can hear my voice. They're talking though, hey? 1, 2, there's something that's freaking out. Okay. That's cam 3, you can have a look. Yes, yes, that's possible. Okay. Is it better? It's better now. Oh, good, good. Okay. Oh dear, everything was distorting. Okay, so that must be here then. It's possibly there. All right, we'll check it out. We'll say hopefully it's going to be okay now. Okay, I hope you're all right now. But just check it, the black magic on the StreamYard, Gary, as well. Okay. Yes, there we go. That's black magic. And audio is default microphone is black magic. Oh yes, it is going very high. Okay, I see that, yes. Okay, we'll try and sort that out. Oh my goodness, you know, you never know. Mr. Cockup is always just around the corner with this stuff. Unbelievable. Maybe it was, yes, that was probably distorting now. So I hope it's better now. I hope it's better now. Good. Yes, Simon Brown, COVID, I see that. I see. Hello, Simon, lovely to have you here as well. Woo, lovely. Okay, hope you've all got a drink, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. The sound is getting there. Good. Okay, so I'm going to take this off now because it is time for Watcha Watching with Derryn Fuller. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with Derryn. Here we go, Derryn. Hello, Derry. Nice to have you here.
Hi, it's lovely to be here.
Cool. Am I distorting on your side, or am I right?
No, not at all. Not at all. You
good. Okay, good. Cheers to you, Derryn. Cheers to you. Yes. Lovely to have you again. Last week was fantastic. I hope this week is going to be just as good. Let us know what's happening, Derryn.
Okay, I shall. Wait. Okay, so this week I haven't. We've actually had a blood shortage. So we've been working quite hard to sort that out. So please do go donate blood if you can. So instead of telling you what new things I've been watching, I thought for this week, I'm actually going to go through my favorite films. So if you can see behind me, there, you can see, there. I have about 900 DVDs. Just slightly obsessed. So I'm going to basically break down maybe 10 or so of these favorite films. There's a tie for the first, so I'm actually going to start off with the second to the first favorite film. Okay, this is it. Can you see it? Across the Universe. Okay, so Across the Universe, reasons to love this DVD. It's a musical. It has the best music on the planet, which is the Beatles. So the whole film is just the Beatles. It's this beautiful love story set in the Vietnam War between England and America. It has amazing dancing. The singing is beautiful. It's just Across the Universe. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so the rest will be in no specific order until I get to my first. Shawshank Redemption. Anyone who has not seen The Shawshank Redemption, you need to see The Shawshank Redemption. Okay, as I've mentioned before, it's written by Stephen King. It's based on a short story by Stephen King. But the movie is just amazing. It's just such an incredible story about a man who's been imprisoned and what he goes through 20 or so years being in prison. It's amazing. It's such a fantastic story. It's one of my absolute favorite movies. So if you haven't seen Shawshank Redemption, do it. Grosse Point Blank. Do you see that? John Cusack, Minnie Driver. It's about a guy that randomly runs out of his prom to become an assassin. And then he goes back to his reunion. Yes, his high school reunion to catch up with everyone and to reveal that he is, in fact, an assassin. I don't know. This just really appealed to me, possibly because I've always secretly wanted to be an assassin. And John Cusack is fairly attractive. Okay, next. That Thing You Do. Guys, seriously, if you haven't seen this, this is beautiful. This is such an incredible film. It's about a band that suddenly becomes famous when they get a new drummer. It is very Beatles-esque, but it's fiction. The song, That Thing You Do, that they write for the movie is beautiful. Please find it. It's amazing. It's sponsored by Tom Hanks. It's his studio that produced the film, and he is in it. There's his face. It is such a beautiful, beautiful film, and the music is amazing. Please watch it. Cool Runnings. Yeah. Okay, look, I know, guys, I know this is such an old film, but I absolutely adore it. It's just so funny, and it's amazing. Jamaicans becoming a bobsled team champions. It's just amazing. It still has John Candy in it. It really is just one of my favorites. Okay, you guys all know that I'm a psycho, and I absolutely adore Stephen King. So It, Creepy Balloon, obviously has to be on this list. I feel ashamed to say that I actually do prefer the modern It as compared to the Tim Curry's It. I just really think that Skarsgård is really creepy Pennywise. So do it. Clueless. Okay, guys, I know the entire script to this film. It's a modern-day adaptation of Jane Austen's Emma. It really is. It's such a cute film, and it really is such an amazing modern adaptation. If you love Jane Austen, I really, really loved it. And Paul Rudd is in it, and he just never ages. Okay, Silence of the Lambs. Ha. So this is obviously more what you expect from me. Who doesn't? I mean, Silence of the Lambs, it's just a creepy as hell film. Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. I mean, dang it. It's just creepy, man. It's creepy. So Silence of the Lambs, if you haven't seen it, that's weird, but you should watch it. Dirty Dancing. This is a shout out to my Rose Cowpar. Dirty Dancing. I got to sing. I've had the time of my life. At the Gilbert Sullivan musical once, and that was just the best moment ever because I got to sing the song of Dirty Dancing. So guys, Dirty Dancing, it speaks for itself. It's an amazing film. It's old, but it's great. Who doesn't want to be lifted by Patrick Swayze? Okay, The Holiday. Fine holiday film. It's very Christmassy, it's cute, it's romantic. Watch it, it's lovely. Empire Records. Sorry, I know I have a lot of movies. I will continue. Empire Records. Really cool. Work in a record store. Fight against the man. You're cool. You wear a tiny skirt. It's just a cool film. Sabrina, because I love Audrey Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart. It's a beautiful film. I really wish I could fit into the dresses that she fit into. And last film that I absolutely adore, that has been my favorite for 1,000 years. And here's a prop. Okay, that's Jack. That's Jack the Skellington King. And here is The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Nightmare Before Christmas has been my favorite film for about 20 years. It is the best film to have ever been created through claymation, created by Tim Burton, directed by Henry Selick. Please watch this. It is the best. Absolute best. Yes. That's... I have probably about 20 other films, but of course I can't take up the entire show.
You're nuts. You're bloody nuts, you are.
I just cut out a lot of movies to fit that in.
Man, you know, The Nightmare Before Christmas, I would never have thought of watching that. I'm just too much of like a Christmassy dude. Have you met Jennifer Lindridge? Because you and Jennifer would get along like a house on fire.
If we haven't, then we must meet.
Yes, I think so. She likes that. She throws these amazing parties, with Halloween parties. I'm going to get Jennifer. I'm going to get Jennifer to invite you. If she's not online, somebody tag Jennifer Lindridge, because I've realized that there's two peas in a pod here. It's you and Jen.
Yes, meet me, Jen.
Thank you, Terry. That was fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
Ciao, then. We'll see you next week. Ciao. Oh, that's our Watcha Watching. Always something interesting coming through there. I hope the sound is now better. I think we've sorted it out. Sorted out what's going on. All right, so now we're going to get on to the to our guests, ladies and gentlemen, and they are workaholics. Gilbert Sullivan has been going for so many years, and it's really a labor of love for so many theatre people. And I'm going to invite two of those people on board. Let me invite them. I don't know if there is an opening first. There is a little opening. All right, hopefully you can all hear us again here as well. We've got the studio mics on, and I have with me Rose and Tarryn.
Hi.
They are together the driving force at the moment behind the committee of the Gilbert and Sullivan Society. And Rose Cowpar has been there for many, many years, and Tarryn Light, of course, I know from Centre Stage myself, and it's the president and the vice president.
Yes.
President and the vice president. Welcome.
Do you feel honoured?
I feel so honoured.
Thank you. We feel honoured too.
Honestly, I feel very, very honoured to have you here. And, yes, the theatre people. And my word, GNS has been going for so many years, I know, and it's let's get on to it and say, what is it all about? Rose, maybe you can enlighten us.
Well, the dictionary definition is that GNS is a community-based amateur theatrical company.
Yes.
We're a non-profit organisation, and we're open to everyone. So it's not something where you have to be a professional, you have to have experience. We welcome everyone from anywhere. Whether you're someone who wants to be a professional one day, or whether you just want a fabulous hobby, which is why I do it. I really enjoy it.
Because we love it.
It's almost, I'd say, almost like a folk club of the theatre.
Yes.
We had the Four Winds Folk Club on a little while ago, and a very similar thing in that. You're looking for talent in the city, and you're looking for talent that's around in the community, and then putting it on stage and giving people that opportunity.
That's really what it's all about, is the opportunity, because so many people have talent, or they think they might, they don't know. They want to have a go. Why not?
Yeah.
So it's about.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy Tompkins.
Oh, you're like, I can't read that far if I don't say hello. It's not my fault. I'm sorry.
We'll tell you when they say hello.
We'll
see it.
I've got a slide here about the vision and mission of the Gilbert and Sullivan Society, just if you're interested, because it's something we spend a lot of time talking about. What is it that we're all about? What's important to us? And our vision is to promote engagement in the magic of innovative, high-quality theatre experiences for our diverse community as Port Elizabeth's premier musical society.
Yes.
So we sort of thought experiences covers everything, diverse community. We just want to be there for whoever wants to come and play.
Yeah, that's right. And come and play is the thing. I mean, it's such fun to be part of these shows. I remember at school looking at the GNS shows and thinking, because there's such big costs. You don't get a chance in a private theatre company to do such huge productions.
And there's such a magic about being part of a cast. It creates a kind of family.
Yeah.
You meet people that are from completely different walks of life, but we all have that common goal at the end of the day, and that's the love for theatre and the love for what we're doing. And yeah, people learn a lot, people enjoy, so come play with us. Have
Gazelle
some
Upsal.
fun.
Lizelle Upsal says hi, gal.
Lizelle is an amazing dancer, and
Yes.
she's actually been in one of the shows I directed. She was in Blast from the Past with us, and she
Oh,
helped
magic.
choreograph some of the numbers, and she's an old showgirl. This one went overseas and everything.
Oh,
Hi,
really?
Lizelle.
We hope to see you on stage sometime.
Lizelle also has been one of the facilitators for our Savoy Theatre workshops,
Yes.
and everyone loved her contemporary dance.
Yes,
so,
I couldn't walk after her movement workshop. I didn't know I had muscles in those places, Lizelle.
Oh, Jessica Slavitt there as well.
Oh,
gal.
Hi, Jessie.
So it's interesting because development's one of the really important things,
Yeah.
because you see how much people grow. There's a slide we had up, I don't need to put it back up again, but there's four main things we work on. So one obviously is putting on shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
The society itself is about business. We've got to run it like a business. We're spending 400,000 Rand on a show. We got to be careful. We've got to run it like a business.
Yeah.
When I started doing shows years and years ago, a long time, someone's mum made the tea and someone's gran did the costumes and someone else, helped the cast and
Shoestring.
a shoestring and
like
just
that.
everyone pitching in.
Yeah.
But I don't think we were spending quite that much money, so things have changed. So we have to run the business, and we're also really involved in community outreach. We've had Maranatha kids, Maranatha Children's Home, come to every one of our shows. Those kids have been to more theatre, I think, than most of PE.
Yes.
They are old hands.
You know, just watching a show like that just encourages those kids to get out there and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say, well, if you see somebody on stage, it's like, oh, I'm sure I can do that,
And they are, they've got a choir, they performed at our Christmas carols the last 2 years. So yeah, it's awesome.
It
Stimulates
it. Yeah.
We've also worked with Masafundi Learner Development in Walmer.
Yes.
They brought their Sawat Sarafina to the Savoy as a special arrangement.
Wow.
Habiso Zwini, well done. That's such an amazing
It's a beautiful show, yeah.
Joel Edley.
And congratulations, Masafundi, on your Citizen of the Year award, Jonas Schumacher.
So is that the Herald one that's just been on?
Yes.
Oh, wow,
yes,
congratulations.
That's
Sean
right.
has just come in. Sean is also on the committee.
Yes, Sean.
Hi.
Yes,
Hi,
another
Sean.
wonderful dancer. The dancing girls are on tonight.
Yes, and we've got Sean.
Oh, Sean
there as
Beth
well.
Hitchner. Oh, there we go. I see her.
So we're looking to partnerships, we're looking to develop audience, and we're looking to develop people, which is why we have things like our workshops.
Yeah.
We own the Savoy Theatre and operate it, and I bet you there's 20 people right now going, Savoy Theatre, where's that?
Where's the Savoy?
Where is it?
It's on Diaz Road, and it has the best view in PE.
It's true.
It does,
Yep.
it does.
You can
It's
see the
amazing.
stadium, you can see
Absolutely.
You can see
Got
the
a beautiful-
harbour, you can see the whole of
Gorgeous.
PE, it's beautiful.
It is. It's wonderful. And the Dice Road, so just down past the butchery and then...
Yep.
And then
Yes.
there's Alcock... Adcock Vale
Adcock
Butchery,
Vale,
that's right.
yes.
It's right there.
Yeah. And we've also got a costume wardrobe, stepping out fancy dress and costume hire. So all the costumes for our shows, plus lots of beautiful fancy dress we hire out. So there's lots of different arms to what we do. But just to have a look at some of our shows, I've got a picture with some of the posters, just so you get an idea. Now, I know everyone loves big musicals.
Yes.
So do we.
We love them, but they're expensive.
So along the top there's some of the musicals that we've done, some of the big musicals. Pirates of Penzance was the last Gilbert and Sullivan show, and it was such a hoot.
Okay.
And that beautiful poster there was designed by a young guy called Nicholas Holmes, who very sadly passed away a few weeks ago. But Nicholas, we will never forget you. Obviously, that is just
Pirates.
beautiful.
Yeah. Pirates there.
Yeah, and you'll see that's actually Liska, Potgieter, or Hemingway,
Yes.
and Bronwyn Marie and Len Simba. He actually drew their caricatures.
Okay.
Sound of Music
Got a bit
was
of
the
a
last one.
Tintin look to it.
Yes, I love it. Sound of Music. This was our fourth production of Sound of Music last year. Wildly successful. And that's great. We do make lots of money when we do the Sound of Music. But
However,
we can't do it every year. Sadly, I really like it. Fearless Child was one of the amazing shows we did, written by Ian von Memety with Donna Africa, of course, from Centre Stage. Sounds of Southend world premiere
Yes.
of Herbie Clayton's wonderful show about the forced removals from Southend.
Yes.
And again, another huge hit. And we've also tried jukebox musicals like All Shook Up, which was all Elvis music.
Whole shook up a bit.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was a Heartbreak Hotel gal there. We realise though, if we can't keep doing big shows, we just can't afford it. So we have to diversify our offerings. We've got to get more people coming to the theatre. There's still so many of you out there that have never been.
Yes. So come and watch.
Come to our Valentine's show. Love, Love Me Do. We will be doing one next year. We do Blast from the Past every year. It's like a golden oldies.
Okay.
Draadloos in my
Draadloos, ja.
best Afrikaans.
Was our Afrikaans concert series show.
Night at the Opera is hugely popular. We've done about 4 of those. And of course, Ticket to Broadway was one of our big reviews, Broadway reviews, which is...
So non-stop Broadway.
Well, yeah, it's a great way for a lot of people to have a chance. If you do a show, you've got a few leads, you know.
Yeah.
So the reviews are awesome. You really get to see what people have to offer.
And also the nice thing about doing a musical review is that we get to then touch on songs from musicals we wouldn't be able to do in South Africa. Or also we, again, use it for education. So you'll see in our programs, we normally tell you about the songs, the musicals they come from. And it helps us also educate a little bit about musical theatre as well. So you get an understanding of musicals you've maybe never heard of before. And, oh, that's really nice. So we try to cover the old and the new as well. Yes.
I've got now the first GNS show I ever saw was Cabaret. I've got a picture here of the 2 leads from Cabaret. Here's me, this quiet, sensitive little Sydney girl coming to South Africa, confronted by this lewdness. It was amazing. Oh my word, I was blown away. And Sydney has some amazing theatre companies with a lot of professionals working in the amateur companies. But this was stunning. And I've got another photo of the naughty girls there with the scandal. Amazing.
I still remember there was this huge scandal surrounding the show, and then they ended up doing a run again anyway.
Oh, we ran for another 2 weeks. So
A lot of people wrote into the paper to complain about the
only after they'd watched.
sexual nature of this. I can't believe I had my husband there.
People love it.
I had to block his eyes.
Well, I love the musical Hair, so let's see how much scandal we get with full nudity. Maybe not. So anyway, lots of beautiful shows, lots of great people. I've got a clip here now from Fearless Child. For those of you who didn't see it, or those of you who did and miss it, it's such a beautiful
From
show.
Donna herself, who was also part of Centre
My
Stage.
partner in crime for 10 years plus 15 years or so we sang together, and she just gives it 150% every time.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look at Donna guys.
He will find that no child of 3 could have wandered over here, and he will leave us alone. But if he does come back, we will have 2 ostriches, because you're going to get the other one right now. Come on, don't just stand there. You all know what to do. It's getting late. You too, Salam. Get to work. No arguments. save this love, save this boy you sent to me. A tiny child from the wild in the cold, and you knew where he should be. Name any task, I'll do whatever you ask. I'll give you everything, my bird, my ring, but please don't take this child from me.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Donna. I like it, Donna.
I get goosebumps.
If someone can tag her. Donna Africa. Donna
Oh yes,
Africa.
Wendy, she definitely was a natural. We miss her.
Fernando,
in Australia.
Fernando says he wants to be in the next show.
Come on
Fernando.
now. We were just about to say.
Yes.
Come and go do it. Come inside, Fernando.
Everyone can get involved.
Everyone.
And if you look at that clip now, obviously Donna is at the moment working overseas on the cruise ships. Herbie Clayton, who played her husband, wrote Sounds of Southend.
Okay.
Stephen Kutsia, who played the older brother in this version, is now has a music project called The Neighbourhood with Dylan Van Veek, the son of one of our ex-committee members, Mags Van Veek. Hey, Mags!
Hey, Mags!
Leti Hewitt-Coleman works with marimba and does some amazing cultural work. Abigail Malema, baby, how are you? She's studying up in Joburg at the moment. She's going to be a huge star. James Vandermeer,
Yes.
11-ish then, I think,
He was.
is now all grown up and at university studying music and still doing shows, and a wonderful talent. And Chanel Stone, her and her sister have the Stone Sisters. So just those 5 kids and the parents, every one of them doing wonderful things.
Okay, just that little spark, it gives you the confidence to go to the next level and the next level and the next level. You know?
Definitely, and that's the beauty of community theatre is we've had so many people walk in and out from that stage, and they've done wonderful things since they have been on the GNS stage, and we take a lot of pride in that.
And we don't take all the credit, obviously. There's amazing drama teachers like Robin Williams and Sharon Rother and Linda Louise Swain and dance teachers. It's such a great place in PE.
It's the pool of people that help all the time, and they give of their time for nothing. You know, they really volunteer. That's the best thing about it is that it's just a labour of love as well. You know, so the people that are involved, they really love it, and it's available to anybody. So if you think you can have a go, just do it. Just jump off that cliff, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
There's so many different things to do. I mean, you might not want to be on stage. I asked someone if they'd be on the broadcast tonight, and they said, God, no. But maybe you can sew, maybe you can paint, maybe you can build. Maybe you're an electrician. We need some work at the theatre.
Maybe you're good at admin. We need admin.
Yes.
I'm terrible with admin.
Accounts.
Accounts.
You don't actually have to be on stage all the time. You can actually just be involved, and you can still go to the after parties.
Exactly.
They are epic. We've also got members of the society, so we've got members who have been members for years and years. Okay. We've also got life members, so that's a huge honour that we can bestow on people. We just gave life membership to Greg Everard and Hilary Quinn Davis, who's been doing shows since the 50s, I think, with GNS.
She's been around a long time.
But there's so many wonderful people who are life members, like Carol Stevens and Dawn Spence and Les Spayers, Dee Symes and Trudy Martin, who are heading overseas soon. We have patrons and members, and you get tickets to our shows if you become a member.
Well, it's like Beth is online here, as you say.
See, this is what happens to your family when you're doing theatre. This is my daughter.
She wants to
She says theatre is worth investing your time in. It helps so many people grow and brings people together. You're quite right, Beth.
Beth, that's not what you say at home. She says, Rosie, you're putting my name down for something again.
No. She's asking if there's still a theatre school here in PE.
Yes, there's quite a few. There is AFTA, has a performing arts course with an honours option available. There's Stage World Theatre School. If you want to study, absolutely.
It's Pauline.
Marlene Peterson,
Marlene Peterson.
And people like Robin Williams are still doing private classes.
Yes.
People are doing their Trinity exams through them.
Sharon
and Linda Louise
Yes.
are working with kids and adults.
Yes.
There's lots of great training. And please drop us a line on the P. Gilbert and Sullivan Society page, the Port Elizabeth
Gilbert and Sullivan Society
page, and we'll happily give you contact details for any of that. One of the reasons we love our members is because it helps us raise a little bit of funds, and we're very excited because we've just got a new membership called the Life Patron.
What is that?
Well,
Sounds very nice.
Sounds very nice.
if you become a Life Patron, you get 2 tickets to all our shows forever.
Oh my word.
And for the very generous price for you of only 5,000 Rand, you recoup your money in 5 years.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Actually less if you're coming to all our shows. So very
Depends how long you live. You know, we look at you to see how many years you've got left, and then we'll work it out from there.
I said get in early because you make the most
Get it now.
So you get the most. It's not like one of those early, what are they, health and racket memberships, like one of those.
No, I've heard all about that. I wasn't here, but I heard all about it.
No. Just speak to Maureen Clifford, you'll be all right, you know. Okay.
I thought people might be interested in a little bit of history about GNS because we have been, it's 90 years in 2022. So yeah, so it's really interesting hearing about the theatre. You know, the Opera House is the oldest theatre in the Southern Hemisphere, the PE Opera House.
Yes.
And the first ever amateur show in Port Elizabeth was in 1892. And we know that because in the EP Herald, there was an article about a production of The Pirates of Penzance in October.
Ew.
And it referred to their earlier show, The Mikado. And that was the first ever amateur show.
The Mikado.
Yes.
That's still the
And in the newspaper,
Yes.
in the newspaper with this story about the Pirates of Penzance was an article on Jack the Ripper and who'd he been slicing up lately. How's that?
That is freaky.
It's like, I feel like we're really famous.
We're celebrating our first show while Jack the Ripper's letting us there in London. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. I love tying up things like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, when people were going to the Opera House here for the first time for a show, that was the time with Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
And it was funny, we were busy archiving recently as well, going through everything, refolding, refiling, redocumenting, looking after everything. And I picked up an article where there's a review on a GNS show, and on the back it has Winston Churchill and Hitler, and they're talking about the war. And I was like, this is such an amazing piece of history, and it's part of our society, and it's crazy how long we've been around. And while they were writing reviews about us, we were in World War II still. So
That ain't nothing. But it was still a little while before we came around, but there was a PE amateur operatic club. It was the ones that did this show with Jack the Ripper.
Oh, right.
Sadly, they folded, and guess why they had to fold? Money. So nothing changes. But now in 1908, they got back together, and I've got a slide here of a program from a show that they put on when the English rugby team came out to play South Africa in 1908. The PE Amateur Operatic Society put on a production of, I think it was the Gondoliers, the Yeomen of the Guard and the Mikado.
Yes.
And this is the program from 1908, so 112 years ago there.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, by the Port Elizabeth Amateurs.
Wow, look at that.
Isn't it amazing?
It's amazing.
So
I think Priory was being built around at that time.
Okay.
I think Priory was built in 1902, 1903, somewhere around that area. So, I mean, just to give an idea of what was happening at the time.
It doesn't say on there where it was. It's probably inside. But GNS didn't come around till quite a while after that. We were formed in 1932, just to do Gilbert and Sullivan, and that's all we did for quite a while, until 1947. We had a president called Mr. E.G. Draycott. in the programs, it's hilarious because it doesn't say what their names were. It doesn't say Gino Fabry.
Oh, right.
It says Mr. G.
Mr. G.
Yes.
Or Mrs. G. Fabry and G. Hemmings.
I see Wendy's got a question for you there,
Wendy.
Rose. Where are you from and how long have you been involved in...
Involved in the
Do we want to do that now?
Rose is from Australia.
Australia. G'day everyone, it's Rose here, just saying g'day. On you for watching, really appreciate. I don't talk like that. Yeah, I'm from Sydney. My husband's originally from Liverpool. Family moved to South Africa. He was visiting his mum who moved to Australia, and we met in Sydney. And after a 4-month whirlwind romance, he proposed. I came over for a visit to South Africa to see whether I wanted to actually live here. And then we got married in 2006, and I came over to South Africa to live just after that.
Oh, amazing.
And I love it. It's just been an amazing journey, meeting amazing people.
We're very glad that you're here, because otherwise GNS might have been very different.
Yes, agreed. Those of you who know, you know that Rose does everything. I don't think the society would be alive if she wasn't here, so we love you.
Yes, the word for the year is delegation, people. Delegation. I've got a program.
Oh yes, no, there's one more thing I needed to find out. Yes, Gary's just reminded me that Rose, before she arrived here in South Africa, she won to be a millionaire. What's it?
She won money.
I won $64,000.
And who wants to be a millionaire?
And I won about, I think, 40,000 on the Weakest Link.
Weakest Link as well. She gets two competitions.
And I was also on Temptation, but I didn't win any. Oh, I won a home gym on Temptation, which, if I still had it, it would still be in the box.
An interesting fact about Rose, she's won a whole bunch of competitions in Australia.
And I still play trivia. I run trivia nights, and I still go to trivia nights, so yeah, lots of fun. And how I got involved with GNS was my husband, when we were still in the honeymoon days.
Oh yes.
When he would still come to the theatre with me. Now he only goes if I'm in it or there's dancing girls. So he booked me tickets to Cabaret, and I was just gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it, and I was out on the deck chatting to one of the guys from the cast, Ace McCarkey. Hello, my darling. My very first friend in the theatre. And I'm like, I want to do a show. When's your next show? And he's like, we only do one a year. But fortunately, I saw the audition notice for Footloose, and I auditioned for Footloose. And that was just fantastic. The start
you used your winnings to come over here, didn't you? I suppose lived off it for a while.
Oh, well, I thought I was a millionaire. Soon wears off, people. So we've done lots of shows.
Fitch Leedes, okay.
When you aren't going to win the Fitch Leedes, because she always tries to win it every time, Vivian. And she hasn't won it yet. She's been a bit slow on the keyboard.
Well, all yours, Vivian.
We'll see tonight.
Nikki Mike's curtain. Hello, my love.
Hi, Nikki.
Lovely to see you too. Okay, I mean, definitely, the come and play with people. Come in.
Sure, I've got some stuff here. I'll just show Gary. Can we just give sort of 10 seconds to each of the slides coming up now? I've got slides. This is our very first show we ever did. This is Iolanthe, or The Pier and the Perry, and it was a concert version in 1932. And we have 2 photos. That's the program at the Arts Hall. I don't know where that was.
Arts Hall.
And then I've got a couple of photos of people in the cast back from
1932.
1932. So we did Gilbert Sullivan until about 1947. It was very funny reading a newspaper article because under the pseudonym Philharmonic, the critic at the Herald wrote in the paper that he's absolutely sick to death of Gilbert and Sullivan. Can't you guys do something else? In fact, you should ban Gilbert and Sullivan for 25 years. we didn't ban it for 25 years, but we did start doing a lot of other things.
Interesting fact, the Queen, I can't remember which Queen it was. I can't remember which Queen Elizabeth. She loved Gilbert and Sullivan operas and musicals. Like, it was her favourite.
Oh, it would have been...
Lizzie, this Lizzie.
Yes, Lizzie.
Yes, this Lizzie. She loved it.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, so she would have loved our theatre.
Well, I love that outfit that chap's wearing there. I just think, you know, just as a thing, I've seen a lot of photos of the soldiers coming through Port Elizabeth. Of course, for the Boer War, the English soldiers used to come through PE. There are a whole bunch of photos on the history site as well. And some of those in there, those red coats, you know.
Yes.
It's like they were stuck out, so the Boers could have a look and the Klossers could throw spears at them.
I had this exact same conversation with an AFTA student at the wardrobe the other day.
They could have chosen
about
a different
camouflage.
Yes.
Apparently the British in India discovered camouflage quite a few years before the ones in Africa.
I don't know why.
When Bruce and Helen Mann came on board, which was in the 60s, and you know Rocky Man from Shakespeare, and Tarryn now, wonderful star of Shakespeare the last couple of years. We started doing a lot of other things. The next pick I've got is from 2 versions of Camelot. Now the first one's 1972, and Robin, you'll have to tell me, I'm not sure if he's Lancelot or Arthur. Alan Williams on the left there in 1972, and on the right is Robin Williams with Bruce Sanderson.
Look how gorgeous
in 1992.
Gee,
isn't she just Robin?
Gorgeous.
So how lucky do you get?
You're a hottie, Robin.
How lucky do you get when you come halfway around the world, jump in on an amateur show, and you get Robin Williams as your director?
Yes.
Candy Johnson as the choreographer, and Debbie Everard as your musical director. That's
lovely. Fantastic.
Next shot I've got here is the cast of Pirates of Penzance, and these photos are wonderful because they used to take them every year.
Yeah.
And you can see the fabulous set there. Les Speyers played the Pirate King in that one.
Right.
I think Sinetta Allen played, who was a professional, played Mabel.
Just for a fun fact, this image you guys are looking at now, they used to make one every year for each cast, and they'd take one home. So each cast member got one of these. So we basically scanned a copy of one of these from the archives.
And you see it had all, directed by David Matheson, who directed for many years before Robin Williams, and Norbert Nowotny as the MD. Then the next slide is Fiddler on the Roof. So we're doing those classic musicals. Look at the set there. That's
huge
amazing.
set.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Look at the size of the cast.
When was that? 90?
That was 94 was Camelot. This is 92.
Okay. I saw this show. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Then I've got Joseph is the next one. In 1998, we did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
The big pyramid, the Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
Yeah, that was again at the Opera House. David Matheson directing. Sean Lyon as the musical director, who of course did quite a few. Hello, Ellen Bunting, choreographer. Ellen's over in UK.
UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the next one is back to 1981, but it's interesting. This is Die Fledermaus. Look at that set.
Die Fledermaus.
I mean, can you believe it?
It was like a mansion on the stage.
In the centre there with the red sash is the star of the show, Gay Corsten. All 4 stars of this production. Yes, so all 4 stars of this show were professionals brought in. Now, I know Diane Todd's one, I can't remember. And here's Gay Corsten. Very manly.
Yes.
Manly boots with his fishing rod.
With his rod, Gary says this.
In Australian, it's Guy Corsten, I'm sorry.
Well, he certainly looks the part. There you go.
Well, according to the rumours, he was a little bit of a ladies' man.
Yes.
So
they say that what's the joke? It's what has 100 legs and 2 teeth. It's the front row of a Guy Corsten concert. But obviously he was in his heyday. There looks like
did quite a few shows with GNS. Another great person that did shows with us, she played Dolly in Hello Dolly and Maine, Judy Page, and I've got a beautiful pic of Judy. Oh, what a treasure. I performed with her in Thoroughly Molly Millie for PMADS, and what an incredible thing. Her and Brendan Van Rijn.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Now, the next pick. So we've got lots of famous people that have come and done shows with us.
I see now.
But we have some famous people that started with us. Now, the next slide is a newspaper clipping from 1969. And that young girl on the far left is a 14-year-old called Alice Cricker. Now, if we go to the next... She got the part, by the way. All those other girls were way older. On the next photo, there's a picture of Alice in Romeo and Juliet at 14 years old, and a picture of her in the Star Trek movies playing the Borg Queen.
Yeah.
And her mum was a member of the society right up until she died about... geez, I hate to say now, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, because I used to pop round every year with her membership and visit and say hi and whatnot. So,
amazing, so
shout out to Alice Cricker.
We just need Charlize Theron to come now.
Well, I'm sure she would have done a show with us if she didn't come from Benoni.
Yes, she would have. She would have done the show. No.
It's just amazing. Les Speyers, unfortunately, you can't be with us tonight, but I was sort of looking up things for him.
Yes.
The length of time also that people were involved.
Yes.
Because I looked in the 50th program to look at the history, and there's Les, he was in it.
Yeah.
Then the 60th, there he was, he's in it. Then the 75th, I was in that.
Yes.
He directed, and his wife Judy was the musical director.
Amazing.
And Les still has been involved. Here's a fabulous photo of Les in Guys and Dolls. What an amazing character
actor. The Pantos every year, PMAD, so he's still around. He's still working hard for PE amateurs theatre.
I always say him and Cliffy Clem. So two of the best actors, right?
Oh yeah.
Cliffy, and of course Alan Williams.
I'd sort of put things in the order here. So there were just a couple of... Sorry, we've got notes. We've got so much to tell you.
We just want to tell you everything.
Because Paul Leonard's coming up very soon. So we just wanted to...
maybe we'll run
just quickly talk about the committee and stuff, how it works.
So, basically, with the society, we have a committee that runs everything at the moment. Like Rose, who's the president, who oversees everything, myself as vice president, and we have various other roles in the committee. But we are definitely looking for people to come on board, be a part of the committee, please. We're looking for people that are passionate about our theatre, and we want it to become your theatre, and we want people to be involved and feel like they're a part of it, which is also what we're going for with memberships as well. We don't want you to just become a member and just come watch a free show every now and then. We want you to feel like you're a part of the shows. We want you to be immersed in the whole experience of an amateur production, because it is fun. And we are a community, and we are a family, and we work really hard to try and keep those doors open, and because we don't want theatre to die. So we want it to stay alive, and damn COVID. Damn COVID.
We don't care about COVID, we will survive.
Yes, and if you want to just come check it out, like we said, come to an audition. If you don't want to be on the stage, we need backstage hands. We just need somebody to pick up a box and put it on in a blackout and come see what it's like.
Come and work front of house.
Come work front of
You
house.
get to watch the show.
Yes, if you want to
wonderful.
And get involved, there's so many people, the cast is so big, and there's such an energy backstage. I mean, I always know the big shows that I've done, there's always been such an energy backstage, and there's so much going on, and there's people there's clothes going on, and it's just
we have people that literally just come in and are quick change. We call them quick change queens. They come and they just help take one outfit and put it really on really fast and get the person back on stage. We have, like we said, front of house and everything, but also if, for instance, you're a young student and you want to learn about lighting design, or if you want to learn about stage management, we create a space for you to be able to learn under these shows, and we really enjoy educating and teaching people as we go along. So it's not just one box you need to fit into in the theatre. There's many facets. Like admin.
Just add.
Please help us with admin.
Even if theatre is not your first love, if you're looking for a fun thing to do, to go out, to meet people, broaden your horizons, get involved in something really worthwhile, come along.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
If you're alone and lonely at home.
Do our girl.
Oh my God, yes, maybe you can do
Call me Vivian.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
In the stage keep saying no. Yes, we do. We say no, no for you.
So
Watcha Gilbert Sullivan with you.
So yes, come, play, have fun, learn, join us, see what we're about and how you experience things. We just had the awards evening on Saturday night.
I say you might win an award.
Yes, because we like to recognize people that really put in effort and help us in shows. And I was speaking to one of the award winners who was the new debut, the best debut performance.
I've got a photo
And,
of it if you want to
yes, okay, great. Well, let's go in order.
Yeah.
So we had our first awards separate of our AGM on Saturday, and I thought, like, why not represent and why not recognize these people a bit more? And yeah, if we have the slide, we have had a few awards that we handed out on the weekend. That is
this is the highest award, which is the Gilbert and Sullivan Society Award for outstanding contribution to the society, and the winners this year were Paul and Trudy Martin. He's been a trustee of the Savoy forever. Trudy's been on the committee. She's a brilliant props lady. Their company, Cape Chemical Industries, support them.
yes.
Great sanitizers.
Sounds like plugs to me. Cape Chemical Society, very nice.
Cape Chemical Industries, sanitize, yes, all that, PPE, everything. They have sponsored us at the Savoy pretty much since it was built.
Yes.
And they are leaving for the UK, so they will be very sadly missed. So they were our winners this year. Also Dee and Brent Symes, again, people who have worked on the committee and shows. Dee's been around for donkey's years. She's joined when her kids were little, and they're now all grown up and living in the UK.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's going to join them.
Okay,
So thank you, Dee, Trudy, Paul and Brent, for everything.
Wow.
Yes.
The next slide's another big one. It's the Overall Achievement Award, and geez, after Sound of Music last year, of course it went to Greg and Brad.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful experience working with Greg, and also Alexander Road High School have been enormous supporters for us.
Yes. And next we have, so this is the President's Award.
Oh yes, this one's Tarryn.
Oh, this one's me. So if you guys know me, you know that I'm a bit of a drama queen and I'm normally on the stage. But now being involved in the committee and being involved behind the scenes, which is what got me to the President's Awards, I've been falling in love with production. I've been falling in love with directing. And the technical award that I won is from Sept Painting, because I really enjoy art and painting, and I never thought I would ever win a technical award. I'm like, not technical at all, but there I was painting till 4 o'clock in the morning for Sound of Music, and I was really proud of it.
And you were a rock star, Tarryn. And don't you love our technical award on the right there? Horrible people broke into the theatre and they stole all our trophies.
Yes.
So we thought, let's do something different and make them. Yes. So the ladder on there, my father was a carpenter. He made that when I was a child.
Oh, man.
Margaret Van Veek gave me the little toolbox thing.
Yes.
My daughter-in-law Marie Cowpar made all those resin discs, which there's lights, sound, costumes.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's so special.
You do it with your hands, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do that. Chris Culp, hello, master woodworker.
And this is the gentleman I was talking about earlier. It was his first ever show. It was Dwayne Creel, and he won an award for best debut, and he had never ever set foot on a stage before. Yeah. And he came on to with Casia von Memeti, and
how do you hold your own with Casia?
Exactly. He just took the bull by the horns, and I threw him into the deep end. I threw him next to Casia, and I did a whole choreographed piece with him. And he came to me and he's like, you know what, Tarryn, how many people can say that I did something this year that I've never done before? And he's like, thank you for giving me that. And he absolutely loved every second of being on that stage. And somebody that's never ever been on stage in his life before.
And he's already put his name down for the next ballot.
Yes.
So once you've had a taste, that's right.
So Dwayne's a brand newie, but this young lady, Georgia Jo Palmer, She knows I love her to bits. My daughter's giving me some stick here. What are you talking about,
yes,
Beth? Oh, you were so hard.
Thank you, Beth.
Georgie Palmer did her first show with us in 2014. I think she was about 10. And these are photos from each of the shows she did. So the first one was a review, Page to Stage, and then she did Page to Stage the next year. Ticket to Broadway, the one with the circle.
Yeah, Tara was, that's from Annie Get Your Gun.
Annie Get Your Gun, Tara James.
And that's also ironic, because I just got back from Johannesburg and I rocked up in Port Elizabeth, and somebody sent me a message and said, Tarryn, if you want to get involved in theatre again, go audition for the show, Annie Get Your Gun. And that's actually when I met Tara as well. Really? And that's how I met you guys. And that's why I'm here. We're on the GNS show.
Phil Burns is saying, love GNS, who members in East London. And how do we get membership? Good job, she says.
Oh, wonderful.
Membership.
Please, by all means, just send us a message on the Port Elizabeth Gilbert and Sullivan Society Facebook page. Sorry, I'm going to take a big breath first.
The Port Elizabeth Gilbert. There's lots of Gilbert and Sullivan societies and theatres, so you have to say the Port Elizabeth one.
And if you just send us an inbox with your email address, we'll send you the forms. That would be great.
We'll add you to the mailing list. You'll see when they're
yes, mailing list.
Yes.
We do, it hasn't been for a while, but in the next week or so, the next edition of the PE Theatre News will go out, and it's a really popular newsletter. It goes out to a few thousand people every month. All the latest news. So if anyone would like to be on the newsletter, again, just message us.
And it's also not just Gilbert and Sullivan shows. It's any live shows that are happening in and around theatre. Yes, any theatre productions that are happening in Port Elizabeth. So if you want to know what's happening, we have an email that comes out. Drop us an inbox, and we'll let you know.
And then you can get involved. Get your hook.
Yes.
Now, Georgie, that we were just looking at, she won the most experienced chorus member. So after 6 years, she's coming into her own. She is just the most stunning singer. Wonderful young lady. So proud of her.
That's a development thing, definitely.
These people, you need everybody in the cog, you know, to drive forward and all of a sudden, as a community of actors and producers, that you all of a sudden produce this amazing thing. You know, it's such a big production that you would never think in that scale.
All the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Who else have we got, Georgie?
Paul
Paul!
Leonard. Let's put in Paul in.
So, obviously Paul was one of the winners the other night at our awards. Pictures here. Now, Paul first played Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music back in 2000. Oh, I thought 2, you thought 4. Paul, you can clarify that when you come back. And there is alongside Vanessa Kleber, who was one of the Marias. And, of course, there he is with Marianne Van Eysen in last year's production. Marianne was one of his children.
In the previous production.
So incestuous. Paul was my husband in the first show, but I was his housekeeper in Sound of Music. Shireen was my daughter in Footloose, but my mother's superior in The Sound of Music. We have all these lovely, funny
funny links.
And we've got a clip now, Paul, just before we go over to you. So we've got a clip from The Sound of Music.
Let's have a look.
Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning
and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me.
Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
Here we go. I know Vivian was singing along with that. Edelweiss. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Oh, well, you have to switch on that speaker again, Gabe. Oh, nice to see you, Paul. Are you well?
Right. Good to see you, Gino.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Yes, we're just switching on the speaker for them because they can't hear you at the moment, but we'll get you in there. We'll get you in. Yes, we can hear you perfectly. That's beautiful. You're looking fine. It looks like you've got some sort of. It looks like you've done an MRI scan on the screen behind you. Other side.
Oh, no.
Paul, I mean, you've been doing the Gilbert and Sullivan stuff for a while. What's your favorite show?
Oh,
Just a quick one from me.
Currently,
Yes.
Sure. But I can't say, I must say, really, you guys have been
Yes, thanks to COVID.
I want to say, I don't know if you can see this.
Yes. Live life.
Yeah, we can see.
Live life.
Last night I had dinner with a friend of mine, and his wife Ingrid recently passed, and Gilly's son and I think it goes like make something, and so Gilly's and they find had actually made these for a festival planning and I was Charles, I want one of these
Yes.
and live life. He gave it to me last night. That's very
beautiful.
Yes.
The reason I say it is because to me the my fact is musical theatre, and I don't always have time and you know with business busy and that sort of thing, and I don't think the last year in a long time in the head involved. I kept coming home after the White Girl. I feel alive again. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, being involved in theatre, I don't have enough time to do it. And last year being involved in something felt like living life for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I love it, Paul. I love it. And I always enjoy watching you on stage. And there's, and I believe you're the ex-president as well. I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's whoever is willing to crazy enough to take it up. Yeah, the roast because
I went on the, like a lot of people, I did a show and then they said, come and be on the committee. So that was 2007, I got on the committee. Yes. I think president about, would it be 5 years?
For about 5 years now, yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Just so you're serving your third term? Yeah. Your third term as president?
It's all a blur.
It's the third term, she's like Jacob Zuma.
No Zondo.
I'm not commending Rose for, I mean, she's really sunk her teeth into it. And I must say, when I was president, I wrote all of my staff members, I owned my business at the time, and we ran the ticket office. My staff members were rotating, we were doing all sorts of things. And absolutely, it's the takes over a lot of your life. Like one, you know, one loves it. And
all the office and all the family can get involved. It's wonderful.
Yes.
I see Vivian's put in the comments there 3737999. There we go. You nailed that one.
I think, Paul, we were so very lucky also. You know, you're talking about the time constraints. That, you know, we deliberately went doing things like Valentine's show and Blast from the Past and so forth that were much less time intensive. Yes. So that there could be opportunities for people like you to come and work with us, and it's so brilliant when you are available to come and do one of those shows.
Absolutely. I think that's a great innovation. I mean, I haven't been involved in a proper musical theatre production or a big production for at least 5 years last year, but it was nice having the opportunity to do something small in a small dose and get in. Yeah, so just so everyone understands what everybody put together is like a condensed version where the rehearsal is really good. It doesn't take as much time. Most of the preparation I was able to do at home. And in fact, I was able to take my daughter.
Yeah.
Yes, and your son.
Well, yeah. It was that Hunter took the photos. Bride and Crystal were in the show, and you.
Yes.
Crystal did the beautiful poster.
I think there was the 2 or 3 years ago, that Valentine's show. 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2
years ago, yeah.
And last year, Chris and I were with one of my daughters.
Yeah.
And Carol, my wife, was in New York.
Yes.
A whole lot.
The whole family.
Free labour, that's what it is. Oh, lovely. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful to see you again.
And lovely to see you. We'll see you post-COVID as well. We're coming out. Paul. Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Paul. So ex-president Paul Leonard.
Oh, ex-president.
I remember Paul kept saying to me, you know, it's time, if it's time to hand over, and I'd be like, no, Paul, you stay the president. I'll just do the work. I'll just do work. It's fine. But then the time came, and it's been a great experience. You know, Kathy Albertine before, and then Paul, and then having this opportunity, and now grooming. You know,
the young ones.
Grooming the young ones.
Trying not to.
Under control.
So try not to scare them away.
And I mean, but for the arts in general, it's just great. And I know you guys are doing workshops and all sorts.
Yeah.
Yes. So we do workshops in the school holidays. It's only June
holidays. Varies. We've done
and the December
June
holidays.
And December.
Yeah.
We're doing January.
Yes.
Okay.
So it depends on where the holidays are lying now. COVID, it's a bit topsy-turvy.
But keep an eye open, obviously, for these things.
Yes, and we had people like Lizelle, Opsal, who came in, who's amazing. We had
Brendan Peel did a magic workshop.
Brendan Peel does magic.
Kerber was running workshops. Who else did? Andrea Morris. Dre, bless you if you're there. You know, she was running workshops for us.
She does dancing and sax and
fabulous
things.
Dancing, yes. Drama workshops. So Linda Louise Swain. I've got a pic here of Linda Louise she runs this wonderful workshop called Workshop Theatre, and they actually create a play.
Yes.
So that they're in the process there of actually creating a brand new play.
Yes.
Sure.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yes, yes. Oh, it looks like fun. But dangerous, looks like, eh? Hold on to that Spar banner there, ladies.
The girl up on the ladder is Zoe Gray, who's currently down in Cape Town, studying musical theatre at Waterfront Theatre School.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful talent.
She was with my son, I think, at Clarendon as well. They did a couple of shows with Charlie and the Chocolate.
Oh, yes.
One of those.
Yes.
She's basically been in every single GNS production.
Yeah. And the beauty of it is that she wants to follow it as a career, but a lot of those other kids don't. So it's really important from a development point of view that we look at all those other things. Our kids do their matric exams in the middle of a show and get top marks.
Yeah.
The focus and the discipline and the teamwork and the communication skills and all of those things that they learn that they can take with them everywhere. These kids are so articulate and confident.
Yes, confidence, definitely. And these are all skills that they can take and use and apply to anything in life.
Yes.
I mean, you've got to present a presentation, you've got to be able to communicate if you're in customer service, you've got to be able to empathise.
Job interview, anything. And just use that confidence to get out there.
I mean, I'm saying kids, it's not just the kids. I've learned so much myself.
Definitely. And also just the idea of being creative as well. It can help you in a business situation to get yourself out of a sticky situation. You have to be creative. You have to think outside of the box. All these kind of skills are really important in education, and I will slam this for as long as I live because I teach musical theatre and it is important.
And I think
that's James's wife. She's saying, theatre family. Such a talented son you have as well.
Such a talented mom.
She was also on the committee for a while. She was also on the committee for a while.
Amazing woman, thanks. And Yvonne often runs our front of house. So she can't be on the committee anymore. She got a new job and she doesn't have the time to do the committee. But she
helps out
manages front of house, and that's great. She comes along and sees everybody. So we really focus on development, on mentoring people. So I've been mentoring Tarryn with directing, and technical people are coming in and directing, and the practical experience. So we're getting kids from AFTA. Milo, hello, if you're there,
Milo.
He's going to come and learn more than what he is studying at AFTA. So that's just brilliant. And those links with the schools are amazing. The kids from Alex, they're tech kids.
They all come from
brilliant.
us.
And they come and work on our shows. So it's where they get that experience. And that is just the most amazing thing. When you asked me yesterday about my proudest moment. Now, geez, we were sitting there the other night at the awards looking at a trophy this big that we won for Sound of Music. Show of the Year, Showtime Award. And that is wonderful. We're so grateful for that recognition. But a young lady came up to me who I first met when she was about 13, 12, maybe 13. She started doing follow spot. And my daughter loved her because Beth's a lighting operator, so when she gets a follow spot operator that doesn't wobble it like this, she loves it. And after a couple of shows, Alicia came to me and she said, I'd really like to be on stage. Can you help me? And I remember so clearly going over to her house and sitting there with her gran and her and running through her audition and getting her all ready and so she auditioned and she got in the show and she got a lead role in the show.
Sure.
And she came up to me at the awards where she'd won Best Solo Song of the Year and just said, Rose, thank you. Thank you so much for what you did to help me get the confidence to take that step.
Just jump off that diving board.
Absolutely.
You need somebody just to push you up.
Jamie Butler as well thought he couldn't play the Pirate King. I made him. And then he's like, oh, gee, thanks, Rose. Because now I know I can do it and I can go. But that's just my moments. Tarryn's got moments and every director. These kids are amazing. Footloose was one of them. We've got a clip here from Footloose. Because there's some people in here I just want to point out afterwards.
Yes. Let's go for it.
Party or what?
Footloose,
I was having a good listen to see. I think I might have been on drums there. I'd have to check. It might have been Russell Sneed, but it could have been me, I think.
Oh, Greg, hi, thank you. Yes, it was a fabulous show.
Yes.
Footloose was my first show.
Okay.
So I was blown away, obviously. But just watching that clip, now the guy playing the lead, Richard Forster, just shortly after that, he appeared in Equus and was brilliant, and went over to study at Mount View in London. He's currently, I think, Richard, maybe he's even watching, playing Dr. Dolittle in the UK in a professional production.
Yeah.
He was also one of the puppeteers in the play Warhorse, and he came out to South Africa with that.
Yeah,
Richard, just an amazing actor and performer.
Yeah.
He was opposite Shireen Ferreira, who was in Sound of Music, but also Shireen, I mean, fantastic international career as well, and we're so lucky to have her back in PE.
Yes. Oh, she's lovely. I love you, Shireen.
We had, just in that video, I'm thinking, you know, who was there? Jeff Sosha also went to Mount View.
Yes.
Jeff's over in, he's in Germany in Starlight Express.
Starlight Express.
He knew he'd never roller skated, and he's now playing one of the leads in Starlight.
Amazing.
You've got Delray Burns and Rudy Halgren, who are now married and living in the UK. But Rudy, an actor, wonderful actor, Delray, the exquisite singer and dancer that also worked a lot professionally. Mandisa Tiso toured with High School Musical, working overseas.
Amazing.
Who else? Rain Folks was just on The Voice in Switzerland.
All right.
And did very well. And he works professionally in shows and a band. So just from that one show, there were just so many incredible performers.
Gino Fabry on drums.
Gino Fabry on drums.
He's like, I don't know if you heard all that drums.
I think that's, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's me.
You know, we had to think that.
I need to just check with my ADHD again. I think I blacked out for the show.
It sounds a bit like me. Sounds like a younger me, that's for sure.
I think I've gotten to that point where I'm like, wait, was that in that show? Was that in the other show? I can't remember. It's one big blur. It's a blur of shows now.
I was definitely in a Footloose, and I think it was that one. I
just remember what I was wearing, which of course is very easy when you're wearing something like that, which is fabulous.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Grant Almirall's another one. I mean, he was in Singing in the Rain and Jersey Boys. And in Australia, when the lead guy in Australia hurt his ankle, Grant Almirall went over and played the role in the Australian professional production.
Gee, was incredible,
You know, you breed some good performers
and
here.
And his mother Terry's in town. Terry's here as well. Terry's his mom, of course, and Terry's very, very proud of her son. It's Almirall. And there's Nolan. I see Nolan.
Hey Marshall, hey Nolan.
Yes.
So, you know, we're just so very, very blessed to have these amazing people involved. And one of the others, the next little video we're going to watch is one of our amazing people. He's on our committee.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful story how we met, because we were doing a review and I was doing a song from a musical called Big River, which is Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn. I had a Huckleberry Finn. I didn't have a Jim. He must be black.
Yes.
So I'm like, does anybody know anyone? Yes. And Auntie Mariana Lawrence.
Yes. Yes.
Auntie Mariana, my theatre granny. She said, there's this young guy at church. I'll bring him. So she brings him along. He sits there and he goes to the rehearsal and he starts singing. And I haven't heard him sing yet, mind, because we. So it's like, yes, okay, I'd like to do the show. And I'm like, well, can you sing? It's like, yeah, I can sing. I say, well, sing me a few bars.
Yeah.
Oh.
we go. And that is?
That was Casella. And there he is. Hello.
Casella.
Hi,
We need that thing on. Hi. Casella, how are you doing, man? I'm glad we got you on. Great. Right, we're just putting on the speaker so that the girls can hear you. I've got an earphone, and so they can.
Earphone, right?
There we go. Yeah, with that.
Okay.
I don't know how much of the story about your first appearance came before the video started.
Well,
tell us.
I've always been a music lover, but I've never been a fan really of musical theatre. I mean, I've been performing in choir since I was 2006 was my first choir that I was in school, and then up until 2014 in matric. And then when I came to PE, that was in 2015, I was in my first year, and I didn't really, I wanted to change or to really transition from the choir setup. But I didn't really know what to go or where to go next. And then there I was in church this one day, just singing. And then a lady, Mariana Lorenz, she heard me sing in church, and then she's like, we'll talk after church.
That's how we get you.
That's how we get you.
Mariana show.
Yeah, and then she gave me she gave me Rose's number, and she gave my number to Rose, and she's like, are you free to come audition for a show? And then I was like, oh, no, it's fine, whatever. And when I was in high school, we had a drama society, but I didn't like drama at all. I didn't like it. But then I was like, no, it's fine. I'll go audition for that. If there's singing involved, I'm there. And then I went to audition for that, and then it's from there up until now. It's been.
But you don't say. I said to Casella, okay, well, can you sing? And he says, yeah. I go, oh, can you sing me a few bars? And he starts singing The Impossible Dream, and my jaw is just hit the floor.
So I currently have a running joke with Casella that we are going to make the perfect theatre babies. He doesn't have to like it. I'll just take his DNA and my DNA, and I'll make it. Because literally every time he sings, my ovaries clap. I don't think I have a choice though.
I guess because Casella, you've grown so much. I mean, what have you gained the most? I think out of being part of GNS.
Well, the first thing I must say, growth. That I must credit to the GNS Society, and more especially to Rose. And I'm lost for words. And I must say that I've been more confident now that I've been on theatre, because before I came to PE, when I was in high school, I was this very shy person, this shy kid, this shy. I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't look you in the eye and all that. Because I remember the very first time I was on stage alone. It was in 2010. I was a grade 8 kid, and then we had grade 8 plays. Then when we were in grade 8, we had to do plays. So I had a play. There were 3 of us. All of us were like this shy people. We just grouped up. All these shy people grouped up.
Just to get through. Yeah.
The nerds.
On their own pole. And then it was my turn to be on stage. The stage was dark, just like dark lighting. I said one word, and I cried.
No.
I cried tears. That was the last time I was on stage before I came to PE, and I sang The Impossible Dream. and
It's so good we put it straight in the show.
Yes.
When you audition.
All right.
Literally thrown in the deep end. Literally.
And you were fabulous. I always laugh with Costello because Beatty, when he came out to do an interview during this show, and they were interviewing Costello because it was his first show.
Yeah.
And he was just saying exactly what he said. That he was saying how, he used to be very shy, and but now that he's come and doing the show, and now he's just fabulous. And a truer word was never spoken.
He is fabulous.
You used to cry when you were on stage. Now you make everyone else cry with your beautiful voice. And Costello's also my karaoke buddy as well.
All right.
We have a lot of fun.
No, brilliant, Costello. That's fantastic, man. And are you involved in the committee at all?
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
He's our treasurer.
The treasurer.
Yes.
Mr. Moneybags, eh?
There's no money bags.
Mr. Moneybags.
Society. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't have that much money.
But we'd like some.
No, we don't have a lot of money. If you'd like to donate, then please do.
We'll tell them.
It's as simple as that, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, look, Costello won the President's Award last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And has been an incredible help to me. We're great mates. We have the most amazing chats in the car and things. Again, he's learned so much from having just come from a choir.
Yeah.
To now being on stage, but also so much backstage and production and theatre, running the theatre, running the bar.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All the good stuff.
It's actually going to be part of my next couple of questions, because I know that you guys are revamping and redoing a bit there.
Yes.
So the bar is being revamped, I believe.
Yes, so currently Rose and Costello are working with our technical team, shall we say, our technical committee members over there, and they are working on breaking down certain parts of the bar and revamping it a bit.
It was triggered by a question. Monica Hewitt's is our theatre manager, because we hire the theatre out for weddings, parties, anything.
Okay.
And she said she'd had inquiries because of COVID. People are not wanting to have big parties in the house. Yeah. They're not necessarily wanting to have big parties at all. So we thought that if we remodeled the bar, not only would it be a really beautiful, intimate cabaret venue, but also it will be a great venue for parties and events and things where people can feel safe to have friends together without being in their home, or so it seemed like a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Plus having a little cabaret venue, wow, we can do a show every Friday night, or
amazing.
Put a Gino spot in there.
There we go. We'll have to do a Gino spot from the Savoy bar.
Yes, the V bar. Gino spot at the V bar.
We've just named our bar.
The V spot. The V spot. So it'll be
the G spot in the V spot.
There we go. They fit together like a glove.
Like a glove.
And I think that's the very fine place to stop that conversation right now.
Thank you, Costello.
Thanks, Costello. See you soon.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
We'll do it.
Bye.
Some more of the committee there, and and that's great. So, I mean, we could, just a few final thoughts, and I'm looking forward, going forward.
Well, obviously there wasn't a lot of planning we could do for a long time, but now with the level 1 regulations, we are looking at how we can make that work. I had a meeting with our theatre manager yesterday, and we've made a really good plan that will enable people to come in, particularly in family groups and things. So we focus on family groups and ensure everyone's safe. We've got a show coming up. Everyone's just dying to get back to it. We're going to do a show, guys. A few years ago, we did 2 years in a row, we did a great show called Movies, Music, Magic. It's all great songs from all your favourite movies and
Disney.
Lots of fun.
Yes.
So we'll be doing that in December at the Savoy. So if you'd like to know more about it, you need to be on the PE Theatre News. So send me your email address.
Okay.
And we will also have our Valentine's Cabaret in February.
Yes.
We've done that now. This is our lucky 13th one.
Lucky 13th.
Yes.
So that's the plan. Plus a big musical next year as well.
Okay.
We are busy
If we
working
can-
on some rights, gaining some rights.
Yes.
Just remember,
Very
guys,
exciting.
costs money, and they have to
costs
say,
money.
yes, you can do our show, so we're working
Yeah.
on that.
Actually, I've got one last slide. Thank you for bringing that up, Tarryn.
Yeah.
A lot of people keep saying, why don't you do more big shows? We want this, we want that. And I really don't think people understand the risk.
Yeah.
Because if we lose money, we have nobody to give it back to us. It's gone. And we are in debt, and it then takes us a long time. Most of our shows, we start production with just enough money to buy the wood to build the set or make the costumes. We are masters of shoestring management. But this is really interesting. So if we can look at this slide. So did you know you got a 40% discount on Sound of Music?
No.
Well, let's see how. If we look at the actual costs of what it would have cost to put this show on, it would have been nearly 700,000 rand. But because of the sponsorship, because of donations, because of people giving us their services and their labour.
Subsidised, really.
Yeah. There's 180 grand right there.
Yeah.
So instead of the tickets, now, we're not going to get full houses for every show, even for Sound of Music.
Yeah.
I think Sound of Music, we did budget around 40-50%.
Yeah.
On a normal show, we only count on 30% houses.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we were charging full price, it'd be 215 rand a ticket because of all that sponsorship and everything.
Yeah.
And also because of what is affordable, it's 130 rand.
It's really nothing for a night out.
660,000 rand show.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. And I mean, kudos to you guys for working solidly all the time to do this stuff, because it enriches the whole community. That's what it does. And that's
Definitely. And we also want to bring theatre to Port Elizabeth, because everyone's always like, why doesn't anything happen?
Nothing happens in B. Why
Why
is
not
happening?
drive to Cape Town to watch a show? Come and watch the shows here. That's what we want.
Yeah.
We want to bring it in for you guys. We want to create a culture, and like we said, educate, yes, but we also want to have fun, and we want to create a community. Come have a drink with us in the V-Bar.
Good. I like that. I like
We'll
it.
be launching the bar, so that'll be a nice chance for people to come and have a look.
With this show that I'm doing here, it's all about cheering people up and about having a bit of fun. That's what it's got to be.
Exactly.
To try and to connect people and to have a bit of fun and a bit of a laugh.
Well, I've certainly had a bit of fun.
Oh, good.
Cheers.
Thank you so much to both of you for coming on. And we've got one more thing to do. Well, first of all, just thank the sponsors, our Fitch Leedes and Spar, which is on the top of the screen there. And of course, Amovia is our internet provider, which has been great as well. They've been fantastic. And they've been able to we've been able to do the show as well. And so to just spread the word, get out there, make sure if anybody's interested in theatre, anything they want to do, any singing or dancing or even backstage or doing the accounts,
You just want a different night out, just come watch the show.
Come and have a look, get involved. It's a really amazing.
Come and play.
Yes, absolutely.
And we look forward to seeing you.
Lovely. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give away the Fitch Leedes, the case of Fitch Leedes. We're going to give away to a lucky winner, and I'm going to try something here. I'm going to sing a song this time, and I'm going to. I don't know if Gary's got it lined up. We're doing this on the fly. All right, we're doing this on the fly. We're going to sing this. You guys are going to sing the backing vocals to the song.
And we do want girls.
Yes, you do want girls. You guys do want girls. And what I want to do is I actually want to. I think I want 2 GNS shows
That's what I want in the comments. 2 GNS shows. What are the names of the shows? We're going to sing a song while you think of those.
Yeah.
First one in the comments wins the Fitch Leedes. We're going to just turn on the volume there. I'll use my microphone as well, so it's fine. We'll do it all on one mic. All right. Let's so two GNS shows. Write them down now. Do it now. It's too late. Don't worry. Don't wait for the music. It's fine. All right. Here we go. All right. Give me some of this. I don't know. Woo. My headphones, here we go. All right. He's down in Jamaica, close to Mandeville. Way down in the woods on top of the hill. Hey, who's the black with the broken wood? I need a little joy named Johnny B. Good. Alright. He never learned to read or to write so well. To play his guitar like a ring and a bell, yeah. Oh, I say go, Johnny be good tonight. Oh yeah, I say go, Johnny you better be good. I say go, Johnny be good tonight. Oh yeah, I say go, Johnny you better be Vivi and jump back and sing it. He used to play his guitar with the gunny sack and sit down in the tree by the railroad track. The old engineer on the train making in the sitting in the driver's mate. Hello, best. I say go, Johnny, Johnny be good tonight. Oh yeah. I say go, Johnny, Johnny you better be good. Alright. I say go, Johnny, Johnny you better be good tonight. Oh yeah. I say go, Johnny, Johnny you better be good. Alright, we got business with it. Alright, go Johnny. Alright, both Cowpar, you've won it. There we go. Thank you for joining us tonight on Gino's Spot, and thank you to Rose and Tarryn. Thank you for the work you do. It's my new song for the end of the show. Woo. Next week, Graham Vass, not next week, on Saturday. On Saturday we have Graham Vass coming into the studio. Amazing man. He started the boardwalk here. We're going to be talking about all these things. He was with Mantis. He was with a whole lot of different hotels, top hotels in Europe as well. So we're going to speak to Graham Vass. We can't wait to see him. An old friend. Woo! Fitch Leedes, spend the night with me. Woo! Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's Spot.
Gino's Spot.
Get to Gino's Spot.
Gino's Spot.
Have a laugh,